What about this? Obama's need to do better among Latino voters on Super Tuesday, Craig?
You know, there was a pretty stunning moment in this campaign when Sergio Bendickson, one of the Latino leaders of the Clinton campaign, was quoted in an article that was quoted to Senator Clinton at a debate. I think it was Tim Russert, in fact, who may have been the one to do it, where this Clinton advisor on Latino affairs said there's a problem between Latin or Hispanic voters and black voters. He was just saying historically that's true. Now, this was before a lot of this discussion we've been having about injecting race, so that might have been another episode in that discussion if it hadn't if it occurred later. And Senator Clinton's response to that fascinated me. She just simply and rather coldly said, well, that's a historical fact. She did not punish or reprimand her Hispanic advisor for having said that, but I think it was a window into what this campaign is looking at on both sides, is that there is tension between Hispanic and black voters, and it is going to play a role in California. And that is one reason Ted Kennedy's come into the picture for Obama, is to try to deal with that problem and help Obama deal with reaching out to Hispanic voters who do resist a black candidate. I think Clinton's advisor was probably, as she said, being historically accurate about that point.
Eugene, how much of that is true?
Well, you know, I keep trying to think of specific instances, certainly, you know, where we've seen it on a big statewide or kind of national stage like
Mayor
this.
Villaraigosa in Los Angeles.
Right. Well, you see it in cities all the time, but this is what you see in cities historically as ethnic groups, you know, come to cities and form a critical mass and begin to amass political power. You saw it with the Irish and the Italians, and you know, those sort of blocks. I'm trying to trying to figure out whether that translates into this sort of national canvas, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure we really have a good precedent for that.
Yeah, it will be interesting, and it's one of these discussions about the base, essentially, of the Democratic Party being split. Women for Hillary for the most part, African Americans for Barack Obama, young people for Barack Obama, older people for Hillary Clinton, the split that we sort of speak. Where will Hispanics go? I'm kind of struck, though, Rachel, remember what got Hillary Clinton in trouble in that debate with Tim Russert? Remember about the driver's licenses for illegal immigrants? And she wavered on that issue, and anyway, she eventually said no. Barack Obama was the only Democrat who said yes. He would give driver's licenses to illegal immigrants. Why doesn't that sort of garner him some support among Hispanics?
It may. I think this debate is not yet over among Latino Democrats. I think the big dynamic that's happening right now is that you've seen since from 2006 to 2008, the number of Latinos identifying themselves as Republicans dropped by 28%. And there's no secret why that's happening. It's because Latinos are very turned off and scared by the immigration discussion in the Republican Party. When those Latinos, and there's a lot of them, look toward the Democratic Party for the first time to try to pick a candidate, policy issues may be the basis on which they make their decision. Sure, race will factor into it. Race factors into every decision that we make, even if it's just subliminally. But taking overtly strong positions that the Latino community will like may make a big difference for Obama.
You know, Pat Buchanan's written a lot of books on immigration.
You go ahead with
Let him roll.
You go ahead with that driver's license thing in the general.
Well, you know, but listen,
tell it to Governor Spitzer, the late Governor Spitzer.
But how do you explain that? 28% fewer Latinos identify as Republicans than just 2 years ago.
Well, look,
I think it's going to hurt you guys in the general.
The loss for the Republicans in the 66 or 96 or 2006 election was the white vote fell from about 58% to 51%. That is an enormous, you know, 2% of the white vote is equal to 25% of the Hispanic vote. Hispanics are larger populations than African Americans. Some of them are illegal, some of them don't register. Of those who register, some of them don't vote. They were about 6% of the electorate in 2004. Now, it's rising steadily, but, you know...
Well, let's not jump ahead yet, though, to the Republican Party, because I still think there's a lot still to talk about with the Democrats. In 2004, Hispanics were 16% of the vote in California, 11% in New York, that's key, 17% in Arizona, 9% in Florida. You pointed out he didn't do well among the Hispanics today.
Craig, Nora, in the California poll, why this really matters coming February 5th now is because her big lead, that 10, 12-point lead we've been talking about in California for Hillary Clinton. If you take that Latino Hispanic vote out of that poll, that's almost dead even between her and Obama. That's why this is so important, this particular vote in that California primary.
And that was true today in Florida as well. If it was only a white vote in Florida today on the Republican side, then Mitt Romney would have won. It was only 10% of the vote on the Republican side was Latino, which is low for the Republicans because of the Cubans, but that's the group that made the difference for John McCain. Right. If it was only white people, it would have been Romney.
But look, let me say, it's not only the immigration issue, and it's not really was. Look, back in 1996, Bill Clinton, between 92 and 96, registered 5 million new voters. First time Hispanic voters, mainly poor Mexican folks, in California voted 91-6 for Clinton and Gore over Dole and Kemp. What it showed, these are poor people coming to this country. They depend on government. They don't have the Republican idea of anti-government at all. And they naturally vote for services and things like that. And that's what's killing the Republican Party in California. It's long before the immigration issue.
All right, we're going to be right back with the panel. And when we return, we're going to talk about which states could be the key battlegrounds next Tuesday. We can already look at the schedules of Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama to figure that out. You are watching MSNBC's live coverage of the Florida primary.